never going to notice that. It looks so fair. So you're going to put those down. What you actually have at this point is 3 aces and an indifferent card. So that's the reasoning behind squaring these up. When you square these up like so, it's going to look just like the other ones. You're going to square them, and then you're going to put the ace on top for about halfway. Leave them exposed. Now we're going to get to the transpositions here. You're going to pick up the 3 cards. Okay? Now what you're going to do from behind, from underneath, is you're going to let one click off. Okay? That's the 10 of diamonds there. Catch your pinky break below it and patter at this point. Because what you're going to do is you're going to break the tape. So you're going to patter at this point to cover that slight sound that the tape's going to make. If you do it real gently, it almost makes no sound. Break the tape, grab the ace, and insert it into that opening. Okay? Now what I do at this point is I like to push it in, and my own little tactic is I like to just give an Elmsley count. So it looks like maybe I did something unfair. So for those familiar with an Elmsley count, I'm going to recount the 6 twice. I'm going to count 1 card, block push off 2 as I steal the 6 underneath, count, count. So I've shown the 6 twice. Some people might catch that, and that's fine for you. Because at this point what you're going to do, your right hand goes from above, middle finger and ring finger below, thumb above. You squeeze as you spread. Okay, that ensures the double stick tape sticks. And then you can do this little move where all I'm doing is from below, my 4th finger, middle finger, and possibly ring finger, depending on how you hold, are just allowing the cards to go circular motions. You're very clean. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the 9 is actually hiding an ace. But since they're so stuck together, have no worries. They're not going to separate. Boom, boom. First one disappeared. Next one. Pick them up. Don't spread these out because there's going to be a discrepancy here. The 8 is going to change into a different card. So they're not going to remember what it was at this point. There's no way. Pick them up. Break the tape while you patter. Okay, I broke the tape just like before. Spread the jack, okay, the top card over in a biddle grip, and hold this card. It's actually 2 cards as one. It's just an indifferent card followed by the card that's got the tape on the back of it. Okay, hold these apart, and then hold this double card as a single, and pick up, scoop up the ace, and put it right there and leave it outjogged, and hold the whole unit as if you just had 4 cards. You actually have a card hidden behind the 3. Square it all up. Snap your fingers just like before. Squeeze as you spread. That's going to ensure that the 8 sticks to the ace. Do the same thing. Show 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't rush it. Milk it for all it's worth. That's amazing. The ace just disappeared. You don't need to rush it. Don't be nervous that they're going to see a double card. They're not. Okay? Now at this point you could say, no, those 2 aces that disappeared really did join the leader ace, like I stated. At this point, you can move the ace over. Be careful here that the tape didn't somehow stick to the 9, and when you pull it over, you expose prematurely. So you can hold down the 9, move the ace over, pick these up, spread over the 9, a different card, the ace of hearts, and the ace of clubs, holding the ace of clubs, which is actually the ace of clubs and the ace of diamonds, as a single card. Okay? I like to grasp all 3 cards, or all 4 cards as if 3, and lay them down. Okay? Nice and gently, but tightly enough so that they don't spread. Notice they don't spread, because the diamonds is below. I place the ace on top, and I tell Spectre, come on over. You see the clubs, the hearts, the spades, and in a different card, you can see the diamonds. The diamonds are going to travel over, but you know what? To make this even more fair, I want this to happen with your hand on the cards. At this point, I go as slow as possible. I say, I want you, and I square these up, just like so. Put your hand on top. Push it right down on them. And take your hand, and when they put it down, if you really need to, say, push right down on them. Hold on to those real tight. Now, what you've just done is you've actually managed to squeeze the double stick tape from the ace of spades, the one you put on the back of the ace of spades, on to the indifferent card. So they've done the squeezing for you. You're all set for the finale. Their hand is on there. If you give it a little push, you're definitely set. You're going to pick up the cards. Okay, you don't need to spread them. It's like before. We're going to do something very similar. We're going to do the exact same move we did before. We're going to break the tape, like catching a break. Break the tape very gently. Move over the top card, and then you're holding a double card. These are 2 cards as one, and the back card has a double stick tape. You hold them in this position for a moment, and then you put that double card back on the bottom, so that the tape is now the bottommost card, and it's separated. Pick up the ace of diamonds. Place it onto the face. What we're going to do now is a color change, and the color change is just based on the Herman turnover pass. What I'm going to do is it's going to look just like I rub the card, and it changes. Now, how did I do that? What I'm doing, okay, is I've got a break above the bottom card. Here's the action. My right hand is going to hold from above in a modified biddle grip, so that my right hand is covering pretty much all. Take a look. If I right there, from that point on to the right. All the cards are covered. My right hand covers it. And here's what my hand is going to do. My forefinger curls under the packet. Here's an exposed view. And it's going to, using my middle finger and my forefinger, turn the card perpendicular to the other cards. There should be absolutely no motion in terms of seeing from the front. When you do this, I just did it right there. It's invisible because your hand is covering your bad angle. Okay? Right there. And it's going to come into play right between your your pinky and your ring finger. That's where it's going to lie. Okay? Right there. And at this point, once you've gotten to here, you're going to allow it to move forward, and you're simply going to use your hand to cover the motion of your hand squaring that against. So here's an exposed view of the whole maneuver. Tilt down. You're going to move it over and out, and your hand is just simply going to stay flat and make sure you're covering. From this angle, look, you can't see anything. Okay? And your hand is going to go on front, and it's going to rub across to make the illusion of the change, and your middle finger is just going to push ever so slightly down on the tape, just to ensure. And then when you come over here, you squeeze as you spread. Your work is done. Show 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. At this point, if you push down before, if you make sure they push down, tell the spectator to lift their hand. There's no danger here. Tell them to spread the cards. As soon as they spread, you pick them up, okay? So they don't actually get you grabbing. They're going to be shocked, needless to say. They saw a different card, now the diamond's there. And what I like to do, this is just a little subtlety to make them remember, because a moment ago, the 9 was here, the 9 of hearts, the indifferent card. So, in theory, the ace of diamonds should be there. So what I do is I grab the ace of spades, and I pull the ace of diamonds over to here, and I do a display. Okay, so all I did was pull it from the bottom to where it should have been in theory, and I go to 4 aces. That's what they remember. Okay, and then I just go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the strongest ace assembly I've ever seen. This blows people away. It's as fair as you can get. There's seemingly no switches. Everything's face up and clean. Use that well. It takes a little bit of setup. It's all work. Every ounce of setup you're going to put into it. And have fun with it. That's